everybody, I'm meteorologist Ashley Smith here in the First Alert Streaming Center on this Monday. I know hard to tell what day of the week it is after a holiday. At least that's kind of how it feels around here. Maybe it feels the same for you. But yes, it is Monday. We are looking ahead to more active weather, much colder weather expected to continue around here. So yes, definitely going to continue to feel like winter, no doubt about that. And we do have a couple of chances for snow, even some rain and snow in that forecast. So we'll break down all of those details coming up. Of course, as always, you can weigh in the comments section, and any questions that you may have, I will address those as well. But let's dive right in. If you haven't been outside, it is a cold day for sure across the area. 29 degrees outside right now, not expecting to get much warmer. Let me see what the official high temperature was yesterday, because I think we were saying like what was yesterday? So yesterday was December 1st, and it was 33. Yeah, we were saying like right around 32, 33 degrees. So today, pretty much very similar to what we had yesterday, right around that freezing mark, is about as warm as it's going to get. For some of us, it will kind of stay in the 20s throughout the day today. But as we look at radar, there is actually still some snow out there. I'm sure you've heard about the lake effect snowstorm, especially across let me show that now, especially across parts of New York and Ohio, of course, near Pennsylvania as well, basically all along Lake Erie. They've been dealing with significant lake effects. So I guess also in Michigan dealing with that as well. But otherwise, for us here at home, let me go back. This snow that's off to our west should miss us. However, there are plenty of models that do bring in at least a chance for a few flurries. That's all it would be. You notice that it's kind of running into that drier air and dissipating before it gets closer to the tri-state. That trend is expected to continue. So in other words, we could have a flurry or two, but we're not expecting any kind of significant snowfall, nothing that would have an impact on the roads, nothing like that throughout the day today. Aubrey, I'm seeing the closed captioning, so it might just be something on your end. No snow yet in Hamilton, Ohio. Yeah, the system that we got over the weekend really had most of the snow south of the Cincinnati area. I know at CVG officially it was 2/10 of an inch of snow, so basically a dusting. Closer to Lexington, 2.5 inches of snow recorded there. So around here we just didn't really see much. And of course Hamilton, being further to the north, didn't see hardly anything at all, maybe a few flurries. Temperatures right now, 25 degrees in Connersville, 29 in Westchester and Mason, 30 in Dry Ridge and in Brooksville. Again, not expecting a big warm up today because those clouds are going to start to increase. The good news is not much of a wind chill. It feels a little bit cooler than the actual temperature, but it's not significant right now. Beautiful sunny skies outside, winds out of the west around 6 miles per hour. Again, here at CVG, it feels like 22, so a little bit cooler than the actual temperature. Very dry air, that dew point at 13 degrees. So again, that's why some of that precipitation to the west is struggling to make it here to the tri-state, because there is some relatively dry air at the surface. Okay, so we have Winterfest, we have Festival of Lights, although I think Winterfest is still just on the weekends. Let me actually verify that. King Island Winterfest. Oh, no, it is nightly, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay. So it is on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah. So it's on the weekends through the month. Oh, but then, okay. This gets a little bit complicated. Basically, they are closed right now through Thursday, and then they'll open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, close the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then they'll be open starting Friday the 13th nightly until the 23rd. Just go to their website, and then they're closed for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, then they reopen the 26th all the way through the 31st. So, but yeah, just go to their website, visit kingsisland.com. They have that schedule. But we do have a lot of course, Seasonal activities happening. Cincinnati's Nights of Lights. We have Festival of Lights at the zoo. There's the Florence Yalls. What's it called? Deck the Yalls at the Florence Yalls. So lots of fun things. Of course, Pyramid Hills does a light event too. You just have to check the hours, and I'll actually be doing a story on one at Washington Park that just opened today as well. So if you're going to Cincinnati's Nights of Lights, of course, you'll be inside of your warm vehicle, but just want to give you that forecast because maybe you're doing another kind of light display that is outside, like Festival of Lights. So temperatures in the 20s this evening, much like during the daytime hours, just not going to see a big warm up at all. All right, let's look at the hourly forecast, any kind of flurries or rain or snow that we could see. Okay, so 15 degrees last night. It was very cold this morning. Georgetown roads were covered. Okay, so it snowed pretty good in Georgetown, according to Brandy. Hello, Rada. I miss 80 degrees. I like warm weather. Yeah, well, that's the trade-off with living in an area that has 4 seasons, right? You unfortunately have to deal with that. Okay, so again, I mentioned that the models, all of them bring increased clouds throughout the day today. That's been pretty consistent. A few of the models bring in a few flurries. So here's what it looks like later this afternoon. Again, just a flurry or two, not expecting this to accumulate or be a big deal, but we could see a dusting in some spots. Again, another system that's more prevalent further to the south. Tomorrow is dry. We'll see sunshine for much of your Tuesday. Temperatures in the teens for much of the day, so a very cold day tomorrow, no doubt about that. And then we start to see this chance for rain and snow Wednesday. You notice here late Wednesday night, 11 o'clock, close to midnight, we're starting to see some rain move in. It changes over to a wintry mix very early Thursday morning, but the timing with this is pretty ideal because we really see that changeover, you know, when most folks are at home, nobody's on the roads. I shouldn't say nobody, not a lot of folks on the roads around this time. So while we do see that chance for a wintry mix, at least the timing is pretty ideal. Temperatures will be in the teens Thursday morning as that rain and snow fall. So some of that will stick, of course, with the wet ground initially. You're not going to see a whole lot of that snow sticking around. By Thursday morning, very cold. Temperatures potentially in the single digits as we start the day there on Thursday. Here's, is this going to work? Here we go. Here's kind of a wider view of some of that precipitation moving in very early Thursday morning. And then as we head into the weekend, Friday, Saturday look to be dry. So that's the good news there. And then next week, we actually see a chance for precipitation as we head into early next week. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We're near definitely going to have to adjust some of these temperatures. But we are looking at temperatures near 30 this afternoon. So again, very similar to where they are right now with increasing clouds. Temperatures will remain pretty steady. Overnight lows in the teens. Tomorrow is another cold day, 33 degrees with lots of sunshine. Wednesday, while it is going to be warmer, it also comes with that chance for rain and snow. So not necessarily very comfortable outside, that's for sure. So just something to keep in mind. Don't just look at the temperature. You have to look at beyond that temperature. So 43 Wednesday with that chance for rain and snow. Thursday, there could be a few flurries in the morning. Otherwise, it is dry. We're dry Friday. I'm going to remove that chance for snow on Saturday. So Saturday will be dry. And then again, as we head into Sunday, we are looking dry. But next Monday is when we see that chance. For rain moving into the area. So very cold air setting up for a while. Here's beyond the 7-day forecast. So this takes us all the way through the weekend of the 14th and 15th, and it does look warmer. So that's good news. If you don't like the cold air, we just have to wait a little bit. Temperatures finally warming back to near normal for the beginning of next week. Of course, it comes with that chance for rain, both Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we're looking at a rain and snow mix with cooler air, but by the end of next week, again, this is Friday the 13th into the 14th and 15th, so the middle of the month, it does get warmer with those temperatures back into the mid-40s. So we do see some improvement. You just have to be patient about that. Let's look at any kind of snowfall headed our way. I don't know how far out this is going to go. So again, the model brings in a few flurries tonight. It looks like, a dusting in some locations. Most of us, though, see little to nothing. Let's look at rainfall totals. Let me see how far out this is going to take us. Okay, so this includes any of the precipitation that we get Wednesday and Thursday. Again, little to nothing. So not really a big deal. Okay. Let's look at another model for today's forecast that and see if this is, so this is more of a, where are we here? This is more of a high resolution model. So again, looking at the chances for snow later today. And the model does bring a few of those flurries into portions of the area, especially southwest of Cincinnati. Beginning as early as, say, 4 p.m., continuing until 9 p.m. Not a very long period of time. Again, flurries, maybe a dusting in spots, but not significant. Cold again tomorrow morning, cold all day tomorrow with highs only in the low 30s. And then we do warm up on Wednesday with that chance for rain and snow. Let me catch up on some of these questions. Yeah, a lot of people not liking the cold weather. I know, I agree. I don't love the cold weather, but I do love the Four Seasons. So, not the hotel, the actual Four Seasons that we have around here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it gets really cold later this week. Let's actually look again at that 7-day forecast. Actually, let me see what was the temperature this morning. 16 looks like officially at CVG. Okay, here's that 7-day forecast. So again, temperatures remaining quite cold over the next several days. Just not much change until next week, and then we'll see a little bit of change as those temperatures do moderate back to, closer to normal for this time of year. Okay, so yesterday 20 was the low, so we weren't in the teens. So today would be the first. Oh, actually, you know what? Saturday morning, weren't we in the teens? I know I'm asking you guys. You're probably like, don't you know that, Ashley? I do. Hold on. Yeah, 16. So it was actually colder Saturday morning. Yeah, so Saturday morning and this morning, similar temperatures. There's the answer I was looking for. Okay, so yeah, there's the 7-day forecast, but look, we do see a warming trend once we do beyond the 7-day forecast. Well, I thought it was going to turn. Oh, I know what I did. 1 second. Here we go. So yeah, this week we're looking at just a couple of days in the 40s, but once we go beyond that 7-day forecast, more days in the 40s than the 30s. So it does get warmer once we get past this week. Even those overnight lows much warmer too, compared to the teens and even close to single digits for some areas. And of course, remember, even just with a little bit of a breeze this time of year, when you have temperatures in the teens and 20s, it's going to feel very cold. Despite the fact that we have the sunshine right now, with the clouds building later today, it's going to be a very cold day. So just something to keep in mind. I was trying to think of things happening this weekend. Of course, again, all of those lights displays, the Festival of Lights, Winterfest will be happening this weekend. Of course, the Bengals will be out of town. They have Monday Night Football next week, but it's in Texas, in Dallas, or Arlington, I think, technically. So not a super busy weekend, maybe. Of course, UC is done unless they get a bid for a bowl game, so no UC football game. So yeah, just kind of getting into the holiday season, right? A lot of things happening related to that. Okay, let's go back through today's forecast and then we will move on. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so again, I want to point out that there are some flurries to our west. We do have a chance that some of that snow makes it here later this afternoon. as early as 3 or 4 p.m. Again, here's that snow still across, just kind of crossing over to the Evansville area in southwestern Indiana right now. Chance that a few of those flurries do push east into the tri-state later today. Otherwise, it's just going to be very cold. So temperatures today will pretty much stay in the 20s into the afternoon hours, near 30, 31, maybe near freezing this afternoon. And then that snow tapers off tonight. We will be dry for Tuesday. Cold though in the morning. Again, we're dropping down into the teens. By Tuesday afternoon, we're in the mid to upper 30s, and then we do see that chance for precipitation Wednesday evening in the form of rain and snow. Right now, we're in the 20s and 30s, so again, a cold day on tap. So at noon, we're at 29 degrees at CVG, 31 at Lunken, 29 in Batavia, Lebanon, and Wilmington at 28 degrees. Once you factor in just a light breeze, it feels a little bit cooler. The wind chills right now in the low to mid 20s, so that's what you want to dress for as you head outside today. The actual high temperature will be 30 degrees, which the normal high is 47. So well below normal temperatures for really the entire 7-day forecast, but it does improve next week. But we're going to see increasing clouds today and that chance for a few flurries too. Again, between about 4 and 9 p.m. is our best chance to see any of those flurries. Okay, I think I've answered all the questions. Yeah. Okay, so hello, Becky. Coming up at 3 and 4, of course, those are our next newscasts. Catherine Bodak will have your forecast, Steve Horsemeyer on after that. I will be back with 19 at noon tomorrow, but I actually have a couple of projects working for today's newscast. If you've seen on my social media, doing a special report about a very healthy man, a healthy runner who I actually am friends with, who had a near fatal heart disease earlier this year, and if he would have ignored those warning signs, it could have been fatal. So that story is coming up tonight at 10. I'll have a preview at 5:30 this afternoon. And then I'm also working on, again, that event at the light display at Washington Park, which is related to the ballet. It just opened today. They had a ceremony just an hour ago at 11 o'clock. I'll be covering that for our afternoon shows. I believe it's going to be on at 4:30 this afternoon. So I need to, I guess basically what I'm saying is I need to go work on both of those projects for our afternoon shows. But we will have your latest forecast, of course, our next newscast at 3 o'clock. I'm also going to update the website here as soon as I get off of 19 at noon. So we will have that updated forecast coming up here in moments. Hopefully by 12:30, 12:40, I'll have that posted. So yes, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope that you have a great Monday. Stay warm.